I reviewed every casino in Las Vegas so you know where to play and where not to stay. Today we're at the Venetian. Let's get to it. We are back on the strip, and as usual, I review on these 4 key areas and then my overall score at the end. I also placed these 3 $100 bets at each casino, so stick around and see if I win or lose. Hey everybody, Ross is Boss here. Like and follow for all things Las Vegas. Las Vegas is a city that thrives on spectacle, and few resorts embody the spirit quite like the Venetian and Palazzo. These twin properties redefine luxury on the Strip, offering lavish suites, world-class dining, and a gaming experience draped in Italian opulence. But behind the grandeur lies a fascinating history, one that involves the demolition of a legendary casino and a billion-dollar ambition. Before the Venetian, the Sands was one of the most iconic casinos on the Strip, a hotspot for the Rat Pack, Frank Sinatra, and the golden era of Las Vegas entertainment. Built in 1952, it was where Sinatra and his crew turned the Copa Room into the place to be, blending old-school glamour with the high-rolling casino action of its time. But by the 1990s, the Sands was showing its age, and its owner, billionaire Sheldon Adelson, had a much bigger vision. In 1996, Adelson demolished the Sands to make way for the Venetian, a $1.5 billion mega resort inspired by the canals, architecture, and romance of Venice, Italy. Opening in 1999, the Venetian brought a new level of opulence to the Strip, featuring indoor canals with gondolas, frescoed ceilings, and the largest standard hotel suites in Las Vegas. The resort was an instant success, and Adelson wasn't done. By 2007, the luxury arms race on the Strip was heating up, and Adelson expanded his empire with the Palazzo, a $1.8 billion addition that further cemented the Venetian Palazzo complex as one of the largest hotel casinos in the world. Palazzo introduced a sleeker, more modern take on luxury, boasting the biggest standard hotel rooms in Vegas, high-end shopping, and an expanded casino floor. Together, the two resorts form the second largest hotel complex in the world, trailing only behind the MGM Grand's combined properties. More recently, the Venetian and Palazzo underwent a major shift when Las Vegas Sands Corporation sold both properties to Apollo Global Management and Vici Properties for $6.25 billion in 2022. This marked the end of the Adelson era in Las Vegas, and his company pivoted to a focus on Asian markets like Macau and Singapore. Now, let's get into the reviews, starting with location. The Venetian enjoys a mid-strip plot of land that many people think of as the transition from Center Strip to the north end of the Strip. It really enjoys a best-of-all-worlds location. You're right in between the Wynn and Harrah's, and let's not forget about Casino Royale. And while you're not dead center like Caesars and Bellagio, you've got access to retail with the Great Canal shops on site. There's a little drawback with the Mirage across the street, closed for a few years until it reopens as the Hard Rock, but with new developments like Resorts World and Fontainebleau anchoring the north end of the Strip, you now have a rejuvenated central feel when you're at the Venetian. I give this location an 8.8. Let's talk vibe. The Venetian is all about grand, over-the-top luxury, and that's exactly the vibe it delivers. From the moment you step inside, you're surrounded by ornate Italian architecture, towering columns, frescoed ceilings, and elegant chandeliers. The entire resort feels like a carefully crafted movie set, whether you're walking through the Grand Canal shops under a painted sky or watching gondoliers sing as they glide through the indoor waterways. The casino itself has a sophisticated but energetic atmosphere, leaning toward the high-end relaxed side of Vegas rather than the wild, party-heavy vibe that you'd find at places like the Cosmopolitan or Planet Hollywood. It caters heavily to higher-end clientele, but it's not exclusive. There's a mix of tourists and convention goers and casual gamblers, which keep the energy balanced. There's really no downside, but if I had to nitpick, maybe it feels a little too polished and corporate. While it's undeniably beautiful, it does lack the gritty old-school Vegas charm that you'll still find at mega resorts like Caesars Palace or Bellagio. It's also massive, so if you're not a fan of sprawling resorts where everything takes 10 plus minutes to walk to, it can feel a bit overwhelming. That said, the Venetian offers one of the most unique and visually impressive vibes on the Strip. It's grand, immersive, and undeniably Vegas. just with a little bit more class and a little less chaos. I give the vibe a 9.4. Moving on to action. The Venetian offers a solid mix of gaming options, but it's definitely geared more toward higher stakes players rather than low rollers. The casino floor is massive, spanning over 120,000 square feet, with a wide selection of table games and slots. The atmosphere is lively but refined, with a focus on mid to high limit action. The Venetian offers multiple blackjack variations, but the best odds are going to be at the $50 and up tables, which offer 3 to 2 payouts. Unfortunately, the lower limit tables, $10 or $25, have a 6 to 5 payout, and you know I'd rather die than play 6 to 5. Craps is the strip standard with 3, 4, 5x odds. Minimums usually start around $15 to $25 depending on the time of day. Roulette consists mostly of 00 and 000 wheels, with some single zero wheels available in high limit areas. Like most high-end casinos, baccarat is a big focus here. Standard $100 minimums in the high limit area, but you might find some $25 or $50 tables on the main floor. The Venetian's poker room is one of the best in Las Vegas, offering daily tournaments and a variety of cash games. It's a favorite among serious poker players and has one of the biggest selections of mid to high stakes games in town. There's a huge selection of slots ranging from penny machines to $1,000 a spin high limit games. Venetian is not known for being the loosest casino on the strip, but it's competitive with all the big guys. The Venetian Sportsbook is decent, but not the best in town. While it offers plenty of seating and big screens, it's run by William Hill, meaning the odds and betting options might not be as competitive as Westgate or Circa. I give the action an 8.9. We've got my live bets coming up next, but first let's talk service. The Venetian prides itself on offering a luxury experience, and for the most part, the service reflects that. From the moment you step inside, valet, bellhops, and front desk are professional, efficient, and generally accommodating. Cocktail service is hit or miss. When it's good, drinks come quickly, and servers are friendly. However, if you're gambling in the main pit or playing lower limit games, you might wait a while for a drink. If you're in the high limit area, service is noticeably better with faster refills and top shelf options. Dealers are professional but not overly engaging. The vibe here is more serious and refined, so you won't find the same energy dealers as places like the Flamingo or the Cromwell. They're competent and polite, but typically less chatty unless you engage first. I give the service a 9.1. We're going to put $100 in this top dollar, one spin, $100. Let's go. Double diamond. Oh, damn. We just won $1,000. All right, so I'm an idiot. I just messed up. I thought I was playing $100 a spin. I would have won $1,000, but instead I was only betting $5, so I won $45. So we're gonna put the 145 back in, and we're gonna do another spin. We're gonna put in an extra $5, so we'll do 150. We're gonna do 3 $50 spins, 150. And that's it. We should have kept the $45, but now we're down to $105 on the top dollar. Round and round we go. And it is... All right, so we just put $100 down on roulette on black. Unfortunately, it came up 36 red, so we're down 100 on roulette. 18. You can just flip it. Okay. 18 against 19. Thank you. So I lost 19 against an 18, so we're down $100 on blackjack. Overall, I'm leaving the Venetian down $305, but the Venetian will always be at the top of my list. The Venetian is one of the top resort casinos in Las Vegas. It checks the boxes in every category. Its only downside is that it caters to a high-end clientele, so if you're not a high roller, you might feel a bit squeezed at this property, but if you have the bankroll, you will love every inch of this place. Overall, I give the Venetian a 9.2. If you've made it this far, please give me a like and follow. I love you guys, and stay boss.